All right, so welcome to redox reactions. So these questions, this one and probably the next one would be on redox reactions, so balancing equations that are redox reactions basically. Now here, this one, we're supposed to balance this particular redox half equation in acidic medium. That's why acidic was written up here. The whole thing is happening in acidic medium, okay? So how do we do it? First off, we would want to write out the equation again, but I would not write everything. I would just write Cr2O7, 2 minus. I'll give some space here and then I'll write Cr3 plus here. Okay, so now listen closely. The first thing I'm going to do here is to balance the main element apart from hydrogen and oxygen. So the main element apart from hydrogen and oxygen would be the Cr, okay, which is chromium. So we're going to have to balance chromium first. Cr on the left hand side is 2. So that means I need to put a 2 here. Okay, so that's the first step. Balance all atoms apart from hydrogen and oxygen. Second step is to balance the oxygen with water. Okay, we're balancing oxygen with water. So look at what I'm writing down here in the blue. You can see here that I have Cr2O7, O7. So that means 7 oxygen here. On the right hand side, I don't have any oxygen at all. So that's 0. The difference is going to be 7 because that's like 7 here and 0 on the other side. So I have to balance this oxygen with water. 7 moles of water. Okay, so I'll need to add 7 moles of water to this side. You can see from this here that in the final answer, I must have water here, right? So that's we're working out the whole process now. So 7H2 there. Now I've balanced oxygen with water. The very next step is to balance hydrogen with hydrogen ion. So I want to look at what I'm writing in blue there. On the right hand side, I have about 14 atoms of hydrogen. So I want to balance it on this side, of course, with hydrogen ion. How many am I going to put there? 14. 14 hydrogen ions. So that's my third step, right? The first step, again, was to balance the atoms except hydrogen and oxygen. Then I'd balance oxygen with water. Then I'd balance hydrogen with hydrogen ion. And finally, I'm going to balance the charges with electrons. Balance the charges with electrons. That's the last thing. So let's check. What are our charges here on the left hand side? These are our charges. But don't look at only this. Don't look at only this. Look at the coefficient as well. 14. 14H plus. And here we have just one Cr2O7, 2 minus. So I have a minus 2 here. And then I have a plus 14. I'm to consider the coefficient. Okay, so you can basically just multiply it 14 times whatever charge you have here. So this is a plus 14 and this is a negative 2. So that means I have like a plus 12 overall on this side, whereas this is a plus 6. If you're following, this will always multiply this. So I have a plus 6 here and I have a plus 12 here. I'll need to balance the charges with electrons, okay? And electrons are negatively charged. So I have to add my electrons to where I have higher overall charge, meaning I'm going to add it to the plus 12 area, okay? So that would mean I'm going to have to add some amount of electrons here such that the plus 12 will become balanced with the right hand side as plus 6. So I'm going to need to add 6 electrons, 6 moles of electrons here so that I'll be able to, bring this down to a +6 like this side. Okay, see that? So that's why I have 6 moles of electrons. Now I'm actually done. Okay, I'm done. So that's just our final answer. So if I come back here to the question, I have 1, I have 14, I have 6, I have 2, and finally 7. That's it. That's it. Yeah, I know this one is a bit tough, but that's it. If you're in college, you definitely come across this kind of questions. So it will be good for you to practice.